They don't know facts, but they got opinions. Sports debates and nerd dominions. Chaos crew coming through. It's the Two Stooges podcast. Ooh, ooh. Deliver. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Welcome back, Stooges. Welcome to another episode of the Two Stooges podcast. We got another exciting one for you tonight. Tonight, we have, of course, as always, my good buddy, Mr. Frank the Tank, Frankie, a.k.a. Frank Daddy, a.k.a. Zaddy Daddy. And then we have another Stooge with us tonight, John, a.k.a. BeardmanBuilds. Our first time actually meeting. I see you online on TikTok, but it's absolutely great to put a face actually to you. So welcome in, good sir.
Well, hello. How we doing today, guys?
You beat me to it.
There
We're
you go.
doing good. We're doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. A little tired, but we're getting through
There you go. That's all that matters.
it.
Frankie, how about
And we
you,
got a
man?
birthday in the house too, so we got to let everyone know.
No.
There we go.
No.
You're not getting unscathed, nope.
He just turned 21.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
I finally old enough to drink.
No shit, right. This is a very, very good episode coming in because John, I know you streamed a little bit on Twitch. I do remember for a little bit, and then kind of went off there. But I have been always wanting to sit down and have a nice chat. And I'm very happy you're with us today and doing it up with us today. So thank you so much for gracing us with your time.
It's my pleasure, honestly. I just, it sucks we couldn't do this sooner, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I guess we'll dive right into it. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you started Beardman, how the Twitch, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I mean, so a couple years ago now at this point, I owned my own woodworking business. I just really enjoyed doing it. But, it wasn't always paying the bills. So I was like, hey, what can I do kind of extra to maybe just bring in some extra dough? And I had no idea it would turn into, BeardmanBuilds and doing some cool stuff and meeting some cool people like, Mr. Frank the Tank over here. He was one of the first people I met streaming, and it was an instant connection. He liked the music I was playing in the background while I was woodworking. And we just kind of connected on that. And, I got to build something cool for his kid, his son when he was welcoming him to this world. And I've met him personally now a few times and literally family now, we're family. So
yeah,
can't get any better than that, but
definitely crazy.
Yeah. So, how did you, I guess, can you tell us a little about your upbringing? Like what were your hobbies growing up as a kid and what did you like to do and all that good jive?
Yeah, of course. So I kind of grew up like a recluse. I was the chunky kid. I, tried to play sports, tried to be friendly, and I didn't have many friends and stuff. So I spent a lot of time like building things. I played a lot of Minecraft as a kid. So that kind of sparked my interest in building and getting into architecture, which, I further developed as I went into high school, started taking some more classes and things like that. And then I'm like, hey, I kind of want to do this as a career. So that's what I went to school for. That's what I got my degree in. I have my degree in architectural engineering. I worked in a firm. Yeah, I worked in a firm for, 6 years, and I felt like I plateaued, because I wasn't getting my license. I had to go back to school to do all that, and I just, I had a family at that point, so it just wasn't working out. And then that's when I jumped into, hey, I actually really like building things instead of just designing them, so how can I marry the two worlds? And that's how BeardmanBuild came, and my own woodworking business that I was able to take into the community and build furniture and build some cool things for people. So Yeah, I've always loved building. It was always Legos, and then things like that, and
And do you still do that from time to
I'd probably
time now, or have you not done that at all still?
It's been a little while. I mean, I did the renovation in our shop when we renovated actually both shops at this point. And since my accident, I haven't really done much woodworking, I'll be honest with you. My my garage is now filled with just crap that you can't even see my table saws and things anymore. And actually my streaming room that I used to stream in all the time is now my wife's podcast room. And that's what I'm
Oh
sitting in right
wow,
now. Yeah, so full circle, it's her space now.
There
that's
you go.
exciting.
There you go.
Yeah. But I helped her, we both did it together and it's kind of a cool space now. We want to do our own little podcast, so hopefully we'll get that going pretty soon. Not to plug it, but
No, no, this is a safe space right here. No, you're
yeah.
good.
Just a
Um,
bunch of stooges.
you're right. Um, I guess it's interesting because I cannot build anything. I don't have the patience, right? Because I feel like it takes a lot of patience, and I hated Legos as a kid. My wife, if you can see, I have this Zelda, the Deku Tree.
Yep.
I bought it, and I'm like, "Will you please build this?" Because she loves doing puzzles. She loves Legos and like doing Legos and all of that. I don't have the time. You give me a corner piece of the puzzle, I'm good to go, and that's my duty.
You don't
Doing
have the
puzzles.
time or you don't have the attention span.
It's the attention
That's
span. It's the attention span, dude. I swear it's the same with reading. I hate
yeah,
reading. I will tell you
I'm the
this.
same way.
I don't remember the last book that I have read outside of high school.
Does
It's
audiobook
just,
count?
I mean, you're not technically reading, you're listening,
That's
but
the only time I ever read a full book was an audiobook, so
yeah.
I actually just read Fahrenheit 182, and that's because Blink 182 is my favorite band of all time. And I'm like, I got to read this memoir from Mark Hoppus. So it was
still
actually really
got
good. So,
Okay.
but before that, high school was probably the last time I read a book. So.
Um, for those that, like myself, I do think you get like satisfaction of, if you do like end up building stuff or building things. Do you feel that way? I know you are an expert at it now, but is it still the sense of, I just built this. This is what I wanted it to be. Do you get any sort of feeling after you build stuff like that?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think that'll ever go away
Mm,
because in life you want to progress, right? So
yeah,
if something you built 10 years ago is the best thing you've ever built and you've never built anything better, then you're not progressing, right? So
yeah,
feeling like you're progressing and getting better, like absolutely should always feel like a win. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it's funny because I would always build stuff for clients and my wife would be like, "Why the hell can't you build that here? Like I want that. Like why can't you recreate that?"
Yep.
And I'm like, well, you got, $2 grand, I'll rebuild it.
yeah,
But, it was just tough with the streaming aspect because, you guys stream and I love what you guys do in gaming and things like that. But like, I'm not a gamer and I tried to tie the two together sometimes
yeah.
and do some games or, there's a woodworking simulator game. I played that a couple times, but I don't know. It was hard for me to keep things fresh for the viewer, because
Exactly.
it can be very redundant on my end. Like if I'm working on a project, I'm doing the same thing every day.
Yeah,
Like
it
you're
could
seeing
take
the same
days,
thing.
days,
Yeah,
or something come up, and
Yeah,
now you're behind, and now you
days,
gotta
and you
redo.
may not necessarily see the progress, as much
Yeah,
progress as I'm making or whatever. So it was tough to marry the two together, like the streaming and the woodworking. So, but I think I had fun, and I think other people had fun watching it.
I will say that, Joey, we talked earlier off recording before you got here. I did say I give you props because we talk about this all the time, and me and John just talked about it too. How many people are left streaming since when you started streaming 3-4 years ago?
oh man, It's
See what I
not
mean?
many. I can't. I can't.
But I would never take that away because then I want to meet you guys. See what I'm saying? Like I
Exactly.
literally,
Right.
I found Joey because of somebody else, Gabish. I don't know if you ever met him before. He's usually it's just Gabish Live, right? Is that what his Twitch name is?
It's iGabish now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he told me about Joey one morning, trying to help him out because, you know, we're all starting. We don't have a lot of viewers. So I went into his stream. He was actually going to quit. And because I joined that stream with Gabish is why he continued streaming, because he literally had the mindset like, you know, this is my last stream. But I was working my new job on the weekend, and you actually, when you used to be on the Twitch app, you would scroll down after the people you already follow live would say, I think it would say recommend it.
Recommended.
And his logo popped up. I don't know if I told him this. His logo popped up and it said BeardmanBuilds, and I was like, that seems different. It's not a video game. So I clicked on it, and I do remember him saying he said he liked Breaking Benjamin, which was my favorite band too.
Yeah.
And then I said I was drinking Dunkin' Donuts, and he's like, I got Dunkin' Donuts too. And I was like, I'm following this dude. I was like, I'm giving this dude a fucking follow right now. So
Yeah.
it's just cool. Like, you know what I mean?
Vibe right from the beginning.
It's just cool that you can instantly, you know, because like for me, I'm not really a people person, but like when I was on Twitch, I felt like I was way more of a people person streaming than I ever was in reality, like just going out. But it's just cool how many people you can actually just connect with, how fast it all just connected like that, which is what I really always say, you know, I might not stream now, but I wouldn't have met the people if I never did it. So, you know, it's pretty still cool that Joey's still doing it. Cause like I said, dude, I mean, if you're enjoying it, that's great, dude. But it's just like, you know, like almost nobody does it anymore. That when I first did it, it's crazy.
And yeah, I mean that at that time I started right before COVID hit, I think, or right during it. And like that's the only thing people could do now. I mean,
and that's why it popped off so much, because everybody was stuck home. Everybody wanted to stream.
My wife bought me my first PC, and then she surprised me with it, and then she always knew I wanted to stream. So you know, I did that for like a couple months, and you know that you guys have been in this situation. You know, you're streaming, and when you first stream, you focus on the numbers. Like you want to succeed so bad.
Yep.
And you know, in my mind, I was not seeing that, and I'm not kidding when I say probably the last day of streaming was going to be that stream that you and Gabino came in, and you know, you guys brought the vibes, and you know, it brought my sense, you know, back up to, hey, you know, this is really cool, meeting new people, which is the number one thing I think people, if they do want to get into streaming, should always, you know, their number one thing, if you want to stream, just meet new people. This is like what we're doing right now is the reason why I did this, is because you meet so many different people from around, you know, the country, the world, and just the background of people. That's why I did it. And I continue to do it because I love it. And it's something, it brings me joy. You know, if you're having a bad day at work, you know, go away for a couple hours into this own, you know, like fantasy world. And then, yeah, I just think it's very important to not like think about the mindset of, you know, if you want to get streaming, don't look at the numbers firsthand, because that's where I was. But, you know, I think it's very important what you said. It's all about, you know, meeting new people, and without, you know, streaming, I wouldn't have met you guys in our little small streamer community group that we had. And it's, I don't know, it's a blessing, and yeah, I enjoy it. I know, but you know, people grow. You know, they have families now, which I definitely understand. It's harder to stream now because you know, you get families, Frank. But no, yeah, you know, without streaming, I wouldn't have met the people I met, and it is a journey, but I wouldn't risk it, you know, take it how it is. And I know, Beardman, you streamed. How long did you actually like stream for? Do you remember?
I streamed for I think like exactly a year.
Oh no shit. Okay.
I thought it was
Yeah, like
2. Really? Wow.
consistently. No, I think it was for a year, like consistently. I dabbled with it before, and then I kind of was like on and off, and then I really dived into it for like a year. Um, but like I said, I had a hard time like finding my place on
Yeah.
Twitch just because I'm like, I don't even know if people are going to want to watch this. And then I started building that community, like you guys said. But it was like half creators and half people who were gaming. So it was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and then we started mixing the two, which was kind of cool. Like I would raid you guys and you guys would raid me, and it was kind of cool to see that balance of like, hey, this is there is a community out here for all of us. It's not
Yeah.
just for gamers. You think Twitch, you think all these streaming apps, and you think it's just gamers and these kids who just want to make millions of dollars doing whatever, getting clips on Fortnite and all that shit.
Exactly.
But there's people out here knitting. There's people out here, doing Legos. There's a whole Lego community on Twitch you may not know about, Joey. You might want to watch a couple streams, but um, it is cool, and I do miss that aspect. Like I do miss when I was home and woodworking, I was able to put other people on the computer just while background as I was
Yeah.
just doing my stuff. I could watch Frank the Tank, or I could watch you guys and just zone out and just get in the zone. But I do miss that.
That's what my next question was going to be is, do you ever like have it like an inkling, like do you want to come back for just another go at it, like
So
Brett
I've
Favre?
thought about it. I've thought about it because I now own another business, so I'm like, I wonder if
Yeah.
that would be something I could stream because people
I
do it.
definitely think you
They
should do
actually
it.
live stream their restaurants. You think we should do it?
Yeah.
I think it's actually a perfect time because there's not many. There obviously are still gamers right out there, but it's now more like content creating,
Yeah.
like on Twitch, like especially. I see a lot of IRL streaming and all that, and I think like if you did your building and whatnot, I think that would be really good.
I
And
don't think
I
he
think
even
you should
knows
so.
about your guy's business. I don't think he knows.
Does he know about my accident?
I don't think so. I haven't said anything because I didn't know if you wanted him to know.
Oh, okay. Well, Joey, I don't know how closely you follow me or or anything on
Yeah.
TikTok, but so actually 2 years ago this month, I cut half my hand off on my table saw working on a project.
Gets even crazier.
Holy hell.
So yeah, so I haven't done woodworking since then, and that kind of is what halted all the streaming and all that stuff. So
That would, yeah.
um
Holy crap.
yeah. So it took me a long time to actually be able to come in my workshop and even just clean up or whatever. There was
Yeah.
still blood there. Like
Dude,
it
he was gonna
traumatizing.
stream it,
So
dude. He almost went live when this happened. Can you
I
imagine?
almost went live that day.
Can you
I
imagine
almost
if
went live
that
that day.
was on the live? Dude, wild.
I mean, I probably would have went viral, but not for a good thing.
For the wrong reason.
Good thing.
But isn't that crazy? Like, just within that short decision, if it would have been like all over the internet if you actually just went live that day. It's just mind blowing.
That dude, that would traumatize me, bro.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine what you were going through.
Yeah. It's like, luckily, I probably wouldn't have had like many people watching, but still, I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how are you are you still dealing with it like emotionally, or do you still have, I guess trauma? You probably still have trauma about it. I'm assuming, or no?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I still have to use my hand every day.
Exactly, yeah.
Luckily, it's my left hand, so it's not my dominant hand. But there are certain things I can't do now, or I can't lift, or I can't hold. So, I I struggled with that for a while. Do I get back into woodworking? Am I going to be able to do it? So when I was going through occupational therapy, they were talking about getting maybe a prosthetic for my hand so I could still hold things and grip things and whatnot. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's just I'm in a different place now in my
Yeah.
life, so I'm like, I don't even know if I'd want to stream woodworking, but I would love to get back into streaming, like doing something. And that's why, like Frank said, maybe doing some live streaming of my smoothie shop and just seeing the day, the in and out, the day to day, all
People on
the hustle and
TikTok
bustle.
all the
You
time,
got a
dude.
smoothie shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife and I bought a smoothie shop.
Oh my
So
God.
funny thing, right after my accident, so this was March of 2024 is when my accident happened. In November of 2024 is when we bought the smoothie shop. So it just like it was just weird timing and how things happened. But I didn't think I would ever own a smoothie shop. And if I had my hand still, we probably would have passed on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if it was like divine timing or God being like, hey, you need to do something else. But
But
here
he
I am,
does
the
have
fucking smoothie master now.
he does have a TikTok with some smoothie videos and stuff, don't you? Like you have your
Oh
own.
yeah, I've posted like hundreds of videos now.
Yeah. They just moved
Called
to a
That
new
Smoothie
location
Spot.
though, right?
Yep.
So
So
you
my
guys
wife
are
and I
by each
went
other,
over.
right? Sorry.
Who's by each other?
Are you guys by each other?
Mm-mm.
No, me and Frank are like 7 hours away.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
I wish we were closer, but it's a bit of a drive.
Yeah.
He's only made it 3 times, and I haven't
Yeah,
driven
exactly.
once.
I didn't mean to cut you off there,
You're
John.
good.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. This is your show, not mine. You can do whatever. You can do whatever you want, my friend.
So yeah, he I didn't know if I basically was gonna let you just tell him about all that because I never said anything to him, and then he just recently moved. You had the smoothie shop, and then is it rebranded too? You rebranded it, right?
Yep. So my wife and I bought an existing business that my
Okay.
wife ran. My wife ran it for 10 years. So she knew the inside and out. The owner was wanting to kind of get out of it. So she asked if she would be interested. Obviously my accident had just happened. My wife had just lost her gallbladder. Like it was a lot that just
Goodness
kind of was like,
gracious.
all right, we need to start thinking about our future now and what do we want our kids to, have something to look forward to, leave a legacy or something like that. So we were like, all right, I guess this is our next adventure. And then we bought it out. And then a year later, the lease of the mall that we were in was up. And we were able to move into our own brick and mortar. So we kind of rebranded, we kind of did our thing. And we've been there since January. And it's been going pretty well. I mean, winter's winter. No one's buying
Yeah.
smoothies when it's, 5 degrees outside. So
Springtime,
we've
baby.
definitely felt it. But
I'd fucking buy it.
oh yeah, the warmer weather's
5
coming.
degrees.
So.
I said, how much would a DoorDash smoothie cost if it's like almost 8 hours away?
Yeah.
Brother, that's gonna be about $300. Yes.
No, you pay me to go there. I will make you a smoothie at your house. Okay.
Sounds good.
Well, now since we're on the topic of it, since you now own a smoothie shop, what are the what am I trying to say? The biggest, I guess. What am I trying to say?
Well, I can tell you some pros and cons. How about that?
Thank you. That's what I would. Yes, pros and cons. Thank you.
And some differences between obviously woodworking. I was by myself. I was working alone in my shop. 8 to 10 hours a day. I could blast my music. I could get in the zone, and I wouldn't have to worry about anybody else except for whatever. I got to go pick up my kids, but now I have a staff. I have other people I have to worry about. I do all the shop. I do payroll, things like that. So it's like a whole different ball game. Like I have to actually be somebody's boss, not just my own, control my own schedule. So I got to make sure other people are getting paid and not just myself and my wife, you know. And then obviously the other end of that is now we get to be out in the community. You know, I'm meeting new people. We're making friendships. We're able to do things for the community. Like we just made 80 sandwiches to be able to hand out to homeless people, you know?
Oh,
So
that's
it was
awesome.
cool. Like, yeah, that's stuff that I could never really do being in my shop
Yeah.
alone. So now it's like we get to do a little bit more in the community. And like I said, meet new people. But now we're getting repeat customers and people like coming in. And it's a very, I mean, you'll have to watch some of the videos, but it's a very nostalgic vibe. We got 90s theme. Like it's a vibe in there.
I
It's
sent
fun.
you the link, Joey, of the
Okay.
TikTok
Thank you.
channel.
What is your favorite part? What is your favorite thing about owning a smoothie shop?
I mean, I kind of just touched on it. It's actually being social,
Yeah,
like being able to talk to people, you know. And I think that's what I missed about streaming was I could be social, but also be by myself. So it was like I was marrying both the worlds. I was always very like I was the one always working on the projects in school. Everybody always relied on me. You know, everybody was like, "Oh, I'll just write my name on it. John will do it." You know. So I was always a loner. I was always working by myself, doing shit by myself. So I like now being able to just be a part of a team and see that, you know, as little as it is making smoothies, we're making a difference. You know what I mean? And these kids who are going to high school, they're trying to figure out what they want to do in
yeah,
life, and they just get to have a safe space where they can grow and learn professionally, you know, and make some money while they're doing it, you know.
yeah.
And I get to work aside my wife now, so that's a fun part too.
That's always important.
How many people do you
Yeah, well,
have total?
a lot of people can't work with their significant others, so you know,
Well, my wife and
we
I work
actually
from
get
home,
along.
so
Yeah, yeah. Well, then you guys can get along, right?
yeah, yes. No, just kidding.
Like for the most part, yep.
Exactly.
How many people total work for you exactly? Like, what's your total staff?
Um, well, including me and my wife, we have 7.
Okay.
So we're still a very small business. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
we are we are local owned. My wife and I are in it every day. You know, we hustle. We're right next to everyone on the counter. Like, you know, we're not trying to be a tropical smoothie where we just have 100 locations and no
Yeah,
one ever
yeah.
knows who we are, you know?
But you know what? I think that's what stands out because I love locally owned like shops,
Same.
especially food
Yeah.
shops. Dude, some of the best food that I've had is from locally owned shops, and I think that's what stands out from them than a Starbucks or a Dunkin', because if you have like for your case like a good smoothie, I'm getting that. I'm gonna be repetitive. I'm coming back because um I just it to me you're taking the time out of your day, and you started this and you feel that satisfaction when, if you hear a compliment about, oh, this is a really good, smoothie, whatever flavor it may be. I think hearing that is would like make my whole day. I would rather
Right.
go there than a Starbucks where you have a barista that you just said, oh, here you go, have a night, whatever. I don't know. I
Right.
just I personally think
And
locally owned
yeah,
businesses
focused
establishments
on
are better.
Yeah, I mean, you know, businesses like that, they have to focus on quantity over quality. Like,
Yep.
how many customers can they get in the door a
Yep.
day? Whereas, like, that's, you know, we have to focus on that too, because obviously we have to keep the lights on. But,
Yeah.
you know, we also want to foster relationships. Like, you know, if a guy walks in and I remember him and I remember his order and I remember that, hey, how was that wedding you were going to? Like,
Yep.
that's so much more personable, and people
Yes.
are going to come back for that. You know?
Yep.
We actually have a local coffee shop in like probably like 10, 15 minutes away. And just because, you already know I'm a Dunkin' junkie, we didn't go to Dunkin' that morning and we went there and I tried the same order. I wanted the same order that I get at Dunkin', but I wanted them to make it. It tasted
Yeah.
way better than I thought it was. I was like surprised. It's a very small
You're
place.
like, oh, is this exactly how it's supposed to taste? Actually,
I was like, wait. I was like, this actually tastes almost better. I was like, and I wanted to slap my mouth saying that. I was like, I can't say that about Dunkin'. You know what I mean? But like,
Well, yeah. Now I make my own coffee. I barely go to Dunkin's
yeah,
now,
you guys, you have coffee too, right? You sell coffee?
yeah, we do coffee, we do lattes, we do sandwiches now, we
Oh,
do
motherfucker, you're
smoothie
making me
bowls, we
hungry.
do Red Bull refreshers,
Do you
like
have
a lot of
merch?
things that we
Oh.
could never do in the bowl.
Do you
We
have
have merch
merch?
too, yeah.
I
Well,
seen.
we don't have any personal merch, but
Right. There's like a donation
we
thing,
call it,
right?
well, we call it vintage finds. So it's actually something that we go out and we thrift, some nostalgic like t-shirts and sweatshirts and things like that, and then we put it up in our shop for dirt cheap. We're not trying to make super crazy
Yeah.
money off of it, but it's fun just seeing some of the old, like we got Zelda and like Rocco's Modern Life t-shirts and things like that. Like people just come in and they're like, "Oh, I remember that show. Hey,
Yeah.
oh shit, I remember that."
Yeah.
We got Blockbuster shirts, like things like that.
Hell yeah, dude.
I might need to move.
Yeah. Well, you and Frank just got to make a little trip down here.
No shit.
So, if you wanted to start a business, Joey, have you ever had that idea of starting your own business? Because I actually have. I don't even know if you guys knew that I actually wanted to start my own business. It was 3-4 years ago, and my wife thought I was crazy, but she said maybe when Noah gets older. So it was like around the
Yeah, but
time
you did start your own business. You
well,
have a cleaning, you do
yeah.
Well, yeah.
washing.
Well, yes. So it's like the store though, store wise. I wanted to open up my own video game store because remember, I don't know if you remember, I used to collect video games and stuff. Like I had a shit ton of stuff in my game room at my first house. I don't know if you remember. I had like shelves of games and stuff. So. There's a local game store actually by the coffee shop I talked about, and I was like, wow, I really would love, because I watch TikTok videos all the time of people that have a local game store, because GameStop is like ass now. So, but I don't know. I felt like I really wanted to be like that as well. So like but I also worry, like I know there's a lot behind the scenes people don't know about.
Yeah.
I know it's probably very, very stressful sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always wanted to open that up, and then jokingly, but not jokingly, because I heard there's a lot of money in it. My old boss told me this: open my own laundromat up.
Bro, listen.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
I've heard that as well.
I heard that people always need it. People always use it. See?
Hey, that's not bad either.
Yeah, I heard that.
24-hour car washes, dude, that are just running all night when you're not there.
And if
That's
something goes wrong, I heard it's low maintenance. That's what I was told. So I always put that in her head. I was like, let's open up a laundromat. And she's like, what? A laundromat? I said the money.
Do a gaming laundromat.
Yes.
Dude, oh my
Yes.
God.
You pay $10 an hour and you game. There you go.
Genius.
You gotta trademark that now.
If you spend a certain amount of money,
blew your mind.
if you spend a certain amount of money, you get a free game or some shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
That is
just
fucking brilliant.
like
you have a couple of PS5s set up on a TV, and you pay $5 an hour while you're doing your laundry, and you just fucking game. Like, shoot.
Dude, that is not bad. I like that idea. Holy shit.
And then you get a couple of vending machines in there, so they're buying snacks off you. They're buying energy drinks so they
because
can stay.
Somebody on TikTok has that where they have a vending machine and they made a custom, like the button that you push to get the soda can. He made a custom one and it said, God chooses your drink. And it's just a random selection of drinks. I'm like, what the fuck? It's just, you know what I mean? Like he made it his own thing, but like I watched this guy. He's showing how much money they make like a month off a laundromat, and I mean it's a lot of money. I'm like, holy shit! Like, there's actually money in this. Like, but like I said,
a lot of money up front, but
yeah,
over time, it'd probably take you like, I think they say like 5 years to really recoup your money and just start making bank. But
sweet mother
it
of
can
God.
happen.
That's what I also wanted to know. Like, how hard is it to actually start like getting into the business? Was it easier because it was already there and you kind of just took over it? Or was
Yeah,
it
I
still
mean,
like
we were kind of just buying into the name at that point.
yeah,
Um, but that came with a lot of challenges on its own because we were buying it in good faith that things were running smoothly, equipment's good, like things like that. But once you start going, at least for food, when you start getting into health inspections and things like that,
I
like
can only
you have,
imagine.
you have to be on point. Yeah, you have to
Little
be on
OSHA
point. I
action.
You
mean,
got Ecolab? Do they come through and do inspections? There's like
no, they just have a health inspector. Like we just
oh,
have a state health inspector that comes in and
gotcha.
they periodically will come in and then they score you. And if you get below a certain score, they'll shut you down. Like you can't operate anymore. So,
Till you fix it,
um,
basically, or
well, and that was part of the rebranding is like the name was kind of tainted a little bit from the previous owner, and she still owned another location. And what we wanted to do with the business, it didn't fit within that realm anymore. So we were going to be too different than the previous owner. You know what I mean?
right.
So for us to keep the name but change everything else, it didn't make sense. So it was like,
Yeah.
let's just rebrand ourselves and then be able to do what we want. And that way people aren't like, oh, well, the other location does this or how come you guys do this and not, you know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
Mhm.
it's becoming a lot. So this just made more sense. And our name just screams like, hey, we do smoothies. Like we're called that smoothie spot.
Yeah, make it. Yeah,
Like
right.
before it didn't nobody knew what it was. It was like, oh, do you do hand creams and shit? It's like, no, what the heck are you talking about? So,
Some of your
but
TikToks,
I
bro,
hey, I
crack
would
me up.
say, yeah, I would say if you want to start a business, do it, man. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You fail, great. You try, you just keep trying. You know what I mean?
I was in the restaurant business most of my teenage up until like 20, like 21, 22, and I always wanted to do a food truck. Um,
Yeah,
but I
I'm right there with
again,
you, Joe. Let's
I
go.
would fucking love to do a food truck, dude. Oh my God.
No, I'll tell you my ultimate goal, and I don't know if this will ever happen, but I want to own a pizza joint. I love pizza. I love making it. I love everything about it. I would own a pizza place in a heartbeat.
There is three things I love in life, and that's twisted tea, pizza, wings, and then we'll add a fourth. It's steak. So right there, you're calling my name with the
Wow,
pizza.
your wife isn't even on that list. Damn.
That's true. Okay, she ties for first.
All right.
Nah, dude. Yeah, because
I love, yeah.
we went to Maui for our honeymoon, and there was a lot of food trucks there. And I just got the random thought. I'm like, oh man, that would be great to own a food truck. But
Yeah.
in my mind, I'm like, okay, first that costs money, which probably will never happen. But you can't self put yourself down. But a pizza fucking joint sounds so good. That would be really nice.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could do a mobile pizza joint. So we went to the fair over the like last fall, and this family. So it was a husband, a wife, and they had three kids, and they had a little food truck, and it had a like a brick oven on the outside. It was the
Oh
coolest thing I
my.
ever seen, and they were just making these like tiny little pan pizzas, and they were selling them for 12, $13. But they got to do it with their kids. Their kids were, making the dough
That's
and throwing the
awesome.
pizza in. Like it was cool. I'm like, that would be sick, you
Yeah.
know.
Oh man.
Is
So,
it
but if money's the reason why you don't do it, that's not a good enough reason because there's
Yeah.
money out there. You just gotta
Yeah.
find it, you know.
amen to that? I'm told what I do is very oversaturated. So like I always try because it's like you said, money wise, like somebody's always got more money than whoever else, like definitely more than me. But actually it just happened to me this past weekend. I helped this old couple out. First time they ever used my services. I have my SUV. I don't have 9 times out of 10. You see these big guys with big trucks. They got their logo all over the truck. They got a big trailer. They got water tanks. I don't have any of that. So I've been putting for this is my 3rd year. I've been having my power washer and all my stuff with my seats down, my power washer in the back of my trunk and everything, just with my car. No logo, no nothing. I finally got a shirt just to make it look somewhat so it's not just some stranger on your property. Like I actually am power washing. And he came out to me and was like, "Are they coming today?" I'm like, "Are they coming today? It's just me." "Oh, where are you doing it today?" "Yeah, it's in my car." "Oh, okay." He's like, "I usually see a trailer." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I would like one, but they're like really expensive." But, so it's just like something like that. I always have goals. I'm sure you guys do too. You always want more, of course, right?
Right.
But, everybody's got to start somewhere too. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I follow this Facebook page of people that always ask for advice for pressure washing because so many people are trying to do it. And like so many people, even like young kids, like I wish I started this 10 years ago. They're trying to make some money on the side, and people are like trying to like find a reason to call the cops on them because they're like, "Oh, I know they don't have licenses and stuff." I'm like, they're kids just trying to make a living or some money on the side. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're just trying to do
There's
something.
always a Karen out there. It doesn't matter what you do.
I know, like
exactly,
dude, they could be doing way worse things, but they're just going around trying to help knock on doors like, "Hey, I'll wash your house." Like, really? Like, I just don't get people, man. But I really wish that is my goal this year is to really like start trying to like just get a little bit better stuff because I've been using the same stuff for 3 years now, like I said. But I didn't know if you've ever experienced that where you guys always were like, "Man, really, we could really use like I don't know if there's like a better blender maybe or something like that. The better machines to cook the food." Yeah, just the better the better
Vitamix are the way to go, but
like
they're $5,000 blenders.
The more expensive equipment, obviously, the more you can do, I'm sure, like anybody else. But I mean, the shit ain't cheap, man. Like, these power washers that are saying, if you really want to do commercial work, they're like over $1,000. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Right,
but
I mean, there's always bigger and better, but you just gotta do what you can with what you got, and you just work your way up. That's all,
Yeah.
I've noticed you were really positive. I just want to throw that out there. That's awesome,
dude. Let me tell you right now.
Yeah.
Let me tell you right now. John and his wife are like the most like they're so positive all the time. Like their car broke down last time they were here, and I'm telling you right now, if that was me and my wife, we would be fucking stressed to the max. Probably we probably wouldn't even have figured it out that day like you guys did. You guys handled it so much better than we would have because we get stressed so easily.
We also had you guys to help, and I mean,
right.
The fact that you knew a bunch of people that kind of knew what was going on helped because I was freaking out on the inside. I'm like,
oh, I know,
I'm ready to trash this thing.
I know because when he called me, and I was like, wow, I've actually like never heard him like kind of panic before, so I was like a little thrown off. And I'm very bad at like trying to like comfort people, so I'm like, yeah, thank you, Joey.
I'm kidding.
So, but no, me and my wife, honestly, John, I'm not just saying this. We tell everybody all the time, like our parents are like, they're like the most positive people we have ever met. Like, it's crazy. Like anything they make.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
I'm waiting for him.
What, me?
Yeah. I thought you were about to say something.
No, I'm just like, it's hard to find like people that are just like, so like positive all the time. There's so much shit in my life sometimes where I just like completely melt down and I'm just like, what the fuck do I do? But like it's sitting here with you and you like glow positivity.
Well, I appreciate that because I don't always feel it, my friend. I don't always feel it. Trust me.
Yeah, he told me I told him that you were really excited to have him on the podcast. He said, "Well, I'm not that interested." And I was like, "Come on, man." I was like, "Give yourself some credit." Like,
no shit.
Yeah, come on, man.
No,
I don't feel like I'm interesting at all. Like I have nothing interesting to say. Like I don't really do anything interesting.
What you sound like right now is Frankie.
I was about to say I said the same damn thing, but yet both of you guys watched me on Twitch, so I at least was somewhat entertaining because you stuck around. So
yeah, I put you on to go to bed. That's it. You know how people like those sound machines? I like your voice,
Oh
Frank.
yeah,
That's all.
Yeah, you want me in your dreams, I know.
I put you on for different reasons we won't discuss, but
I do want to ask
Man.
that though. Okay, so you, because we've met in person, John. Did you think I was different from seeing me as a streamer as meeting me in person? A little bit, like I
A
don't.
little bit, a little bit.
Yeah,
And I didn't think you were so shy. Like when you were streaming,
yeah,
like just the way you talk and how you
yeah.
would communicate. I'm like, oh, he's not a shy person. But
Silly.
meeting you in person, at first you were the most like awkward person. Like I think I think I still have the first picture that we took of the shirt that we made. Like I made you, remember?
Yes.
And I don't know, we looked like
The
I
arms
don't
were
know,
long, but
like
there's a big gap right here.
yeah, like we're just like
So
you're
Joey,
like
his
I don't really
wife,
know this person, but he's cool, but I don't know him.
his wife, when the first time we met, it was a surprise, obviously, but his wife made 2 shirts with his logo. I still have it. His logo from
Well, I
Twitch.
made those, Frank.
Oh,
I
you
made
made those.
those.
Okay.
Get that right. I made those.
give
Yeah.
the
My
man
bad.
credit.
My bad.
Yeah,
My
give me
bad.
credit. Damn.
But I still have it, and it says I think it says the year we met or something like that, with right underneath
Yeah.
the logo.
Yep.
Like he has my logo on the shirt that he's wearing, and I have his. But like he said, you can see in the picture because I've seen it on Memories, and like it's like this big gap, and we're like this, and we're like so awkward.
Oh, Jesus.
And I keep telling Joey that, John, because he's been begging me to come meet him in person. I'm like, dude, I'm trying, okay, but John's come down 3 times and I haven't even met him in person. And luckily, Taylor was like, "Well, you need to come with me then, so Joey can finally meet you in person." So then I keep telling Joey, jokingly, not really. I said, "You're gonna hate me, dude." He said, "Why?" I was like, "Cause I'm so different." I said, "You just don't like in person. I'm just to me, I seem like I'll be a different person than what you are used to seeing on stream, I guess is what I'm saying. Because I was always more comfortable streaming than I am in the real world. So that's why I
Yeah.
wanted to ask that question.
Joey, he's very anxious.
Give me some
He's
tips.
very
Yeah.
uptight. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And you gotta force him to do something, trust me.
Oh,
But he'll
son
do
of a
it.
bitch.
He'll do it.
Listen,
He'll, he'll be reluctant, but he'll do it. Get a beer in him, he'll be good.
I'm getting about 20.
Dude.
I don't know if he'll go that crazy, but maybe a couple.
Yeah. Dude, because that's
Wait,
what.
did I get you to take a shot, Frank? I can't remember. I think
Yeah.
we took shots together, right?
What'd you
Yeah.
get out of?
What did we do that night?
Drank.
Last
So-
time, I think. Was
So
it
so
Jaeger?
they stayed at our house
Shit.
last time they were here when Erica, aka Cozy, got married, and we were playing beer pong and stuff. And you know me, Joey, I always say I don't drink. Well, they got me to drink, and Taylor always is like trying to hype me up to drink because he's like, he's just so much more fun when he drinks. As Exhibit A, he says, just get a beer in me and I'll loosen up. So. But that's just how I am. That's just how I always been since I grew up. Like, cause I moved around a lot as a kid. So like, as soon as like I would meet friends at a school, my mom would move. Like I went to 3 different elementary schools till we actually settled down somewhere. So I don't know. Maybe that just kind of carried me. But then, like I said, it was like my safe space when I started streaming. I was like, it's not face to face. But then again, Taylor says when we're out in public, I talk more than she does. And I'm like, I don't know about that, but but
I don't see that either, but
I figured that. Trust
but
Joey.
I get it. My wife goes, when I post videos on TikTok and stuff, she goes, "Why aren't you this funny in real life? Like,
There
why
it
are you
is.
just
Yep.
funny on camera?"
Yep. That's
I feel like I'm funny in real life, but
yep. That's
I don't know.
exactly what I get told, and that's exactly how I feel, man. I get it. Like, it's just like she's like, you make
Yeah.
more videos and stuff just fine, but then like out in public, you're like completely opposite. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a people person.
Yeah, I get that.
But I told Joey, beware. That's all.
Listen,
Wait, where do you live again, Joe?
I live roughly around. I live like 30 minutes away from Cincinnati, Ohio.
All right. How far is that from Cedar Point? Because I'm trying to make a trip down to Cedar Point, but
Cedar Point's.
you meet
I think that's
how
like.
far away is that? Let's
Let me
do
double
it.
check.
All of us. Let's go.
Amusement
Point.
Park of America.
Dude, I've never been to Cedar Point.
Neither have I.
Really?
Yeah.
If you say it's an hour away, I'm gonna virtually smack you right now. Because if I lived an hour away from there, I would be there. I'd be there like every month.
It's 3 hours. 3 hours and roughly 3 hours 50 minutes.
Damn, so it's almost
All
4
right,
hours.
4 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see why.
All right.
I mean,
That's a long day.
I get it.
why
Yeah, that
not?
is-
Spend it with the boys? Come on.
True.
Don't be a fucking Debbie
Yeah,
Downer.
I
I'm just kidding.
dude, when I was 19, I drove 13 hours to Cedar Point. I had 3 other people in the car with me. No one else wanted to drive. We drove overnight. Park opened up at 8 a.m. We got there, went to the park all day, went back to the hotel, slept for 2 hours, drove 13 hours back.
God.
I couldn't do that now. I couldn't do that now.
Yeah.
About to say.
I will say this. Kings Island is just as fun as Cedar Point. Well, I've never been to Cedar Point, but
Okay.
Kings Island is roughly like 25 minutes away from me. And that's well, yeah, I know, but that's actually a fucking good time. They've updated coasters and all this shit. Like I think it was the number one fastest wooden coaster in America at one point. I can't remember what it was. It probably still is that now, but I think it was a Beast or something. I don't know.
I just found out both of you guys like amusement parks, so that's good for me because I do too.
Oh, I love
I
them.
fucking love amusement parks, bro.
My wife-
Halloween Haunt.
My wife
Kings
does not.
Island.
Yeah,
You
we
need
have
to
a
get
Six
on it, man.
Flags about 2 hours away, but
I've never been to a Six Flags.
really,
Yeah.
Okay.
Ours, the closest one to us actually just closed this year.
The New Jersey, right?
Mm-hmm. We used to go there for
Is that
field
New Jersey?
trips all the time. Yeah.
No.
There's an amusement park by you though, Frankie, isn't there?
There's a few.
I can't. What's the
Yeah,
big one?
he's got a beautiful water park right down the street.
We actually met.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember. This is the very beginning. I don't even know if I think I met you yet, John. Miss Ginger Snap. We met at Dorney Park. One time up in PA. That's an amusement park. And then if you go a little further, that's when you go to Six Flags. But you gotta go. Basically, everything's at the beaches here. Other than that,
Isn't there one
Yeah.
like in Delaware though?
an amusement park.
Yeah.
Probably the beach.
Yeah, I mean, there's a small. It's called Funland. That's where we went, John. That one time.
That's definitely not
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's Funland, but it's like a seasonal thing right at the boardwalk. It's been there for like 100 years. But
You know, the reason I asked, my uncle's like a coaster freak, and he goes to all these fucking places around, and he went. Oh my god, I cannot remember the name of the amusement park, but it's like right by you guys.
really,
Yeah.
like I had to beg Taylor to go to Disney World because she's like, I don't like amusement parks. I was like, well, Disney World's like a little more laid back, and it's not all roller coasters. It's like there's barely roller coasters there. But I accidentally took her on a thrill ride, so she'll never do that again. But
Yeah, accidentally. Come on, Frank.
yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
It's like it'll be fine. It'll be fine. She's like, that was horrible. I was like, I thought it was fun.
Was it the train one? Was that like a train roller coaster?
There was a dinosaur. It was a dinosaur ride they just got rid of, and like
Oh, okay.
you're like getting whipped around on this big like car, and like the lights are flashing. It's dark, and there's like dinosaurs like right at your face and stuff. And she's like, "What the hell did you just put me on?" I was like, "It's fine. It's fine."
Oh, you gotta love it.
I guess switching over, I know do you have any favorite, I guess, games that you like to play in your spare time, or any hobbies besides what you do now?
I mean, I don't really get to game very much. I still like Minecraft just for the building aspect.
Yeah.
I was playing Roller Coaster Tycoon actually on stream. That was the last thing I think I streamed because that just brings me back to when I was a kid.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I actually wanted to be a roller coaster engineer when I was a kid. And then as I got older, I realized how much math you actually need to be an engineer for the roller coasters. So I'm like, yeah, I'm good. But honestly, when I get time now, I actually like disc golfing, bowling, things like that.
Oh, bowling. I was in a bowling
Yeah, I
league
love
not too
bowling.
long ago. Bowling is nice. If I had a sport to play in high school, it'd probably be bowling.
Yeah, you did 10 pin, right? I think we talked about this. You were on
Yeah.
a 10 pin league. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I do candle pin because that's what we do up here
Oh,
in the north.
the fucking the mini ones, right?
Yeah, you call them
Okay.
little balls.
Little.
Big balls and little balls. That's what we call
I'm actually a really valid golfer. I can golf a lot too.
them. Okay.
No, I can't. I'm just kidding. I just want to see Frank's reaction because I know
Oh,
that gets
all
him
right.
excited. He
Oh,
he
yeah.
gets excited when I talk about golf. I told him we would go to Top Golf, but that place is fucking expensive,
Oh, yeah.
dude. It's like $90 to for like 2 hours or an hour.
That's crazy.
Right. When you can go to a golf course and do it for free, you just got to pay for the
Exactly.
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a little driving range. You just go whack some balls for free.
A local golf course here just claimed bankruptcy, and actually a car dealership bought it, and they're changing the pricing. If you want to be a member there, we just talked about it last weekend because we golfed there in high school. If you want to be a member there, $2,800 a month.
Damn.
What?
I hope that includes food. Yes, dead ass serious. If you even golfed every day on a regular price, that still doesn't add up. I was like,
Right, that's crazy.
there's no way, dude. I would never. Just like you said, you go to the driving
No.
range. I go to the same driving range I went as a kid. I think I might
That's
spend
fucking
$12
crazy.
for a big bucket of balls, and I probably can't even hit all of them because I get tired.
Right.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
That's just crazy, dude. Like so much money. It's ridiculous. Golf is an expensive sport, but like there's places out there that are cheaper. You just got to find them.
Well, I'll tell you this: disc golf is much cheaper, and most of the courses are free to play. So
A lot of them are like at parks, right?
yeah, a lot of them are at parks. I mean, in New England here, like there's so much wooded area that a lot of them go through woods and shit like that. So,
My coworker showed
but
me disc golf because honestly I didn't know anything about it, and then he showed me, and I was like, "That's kind of interesting." And he said,
I-
"There's
yeah,
I have a disc golf course right by the by me. I've disc golfed like once and I loved it, but I can't fucking throw straight to save my life.
yeah, it looks hard."
well, you don't really
curves
need to
around.
throw straight. Yeah, I mean that's what the discs are made to do.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You kind of want that curve because that's how you get distance in it. If you just threw it straight, you wouldn't be able to throw very far.
I did get into a fucking deep hole dive of like the best disc golf hole in ones. And some
Yep.
of these shots were fucking incredible. Like
Mhm.
going through wood, like trees and shit. I'm just like, what? Like, how do you do that? Like, it's
Yeah, and they'll throw it like 400 feet without hitting a freaking tree. You're like,
exactly,
what?
exactly.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
looks. I think it looks harder than regular golf, honestly. Sometimes, depending
Oh,
on.
absolutely. If there's a tree in front of me, I'm absolutely hitting it. So,
Yeah,
it's so hard to miss.
I was like, I don't think I could do it, but there's one right at the park next to the high school that I used to work at. I didn't even know it was a disc golf place, but they said a lot of parks have them. But I've never done it
Yeah,
before.
well, if you ever come out here, Frank, we're definitely gonna play.
I'm down. I'm down. Do
And you know what? What's better is it doesn't take 6 hours like ball golf.
Oh God,
Mulligan?
Dude, golf takes so long.
that's why you just get a bucket of brews while you're coasting
Yeah.
around on the golf cart, dude. The only time I have golfed is when I've been on bachelor parties. That's the only time I've golfed.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're have you played sports, John? I can't remember. I think I asked you before.
Yeah, I grew up playing baseball. I played that all the way up until I was like 20.
Okay.
I used to love it. Yeah, I mean, my parents didn't really let me get into any other sports. I wanted to play hockey as a kid, but they were like, "Oh, it's too dangerous." So, here's a baseball and a bat, and you get to stand in a field for hours. That's about it. So they're like, "This is the safest thing you can do."
Were you into skateboarding?
Yep, I skateboarded, I rollerbladed. I was one of the first like scootering people. Used to do tricks on scooters and stuff.
Hell yeah, like one of them Razor scooters.
My
Dude,
kids love rollerblading now. We go all the time. They love it.
That stuff looks so hard, dude. I always fall. There's no way I could do it.
What, rollerblading? You never been?
No, I've been. I don't because I know I'll bust my ass the whole time.
Oh,
I'll be
for
holding
sure.
against the wall because Taylor did figure skating growing up, so she always liked ice skating.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
I thought she told you that in the last podcast.
No, I don't
Dude,
think she did.
Yeah, dude, she used to. There was a local where the fairgrounds are. They have an ice skate rink in there, and they used to have a local hockey team there too. But they did figure skating there too, and she did that since she was a kid, all the way up to even past high school, and like she's really good. But
That's crazy.
She said there's no way she could rollerblade. It's totally different, and I was like, well, I can't do either.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, she had like a whole like bag and everything. Her and her sister, they both did it together.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yep.
God. Now, John, are you a sports guy? You watch any sports by chance?
I watch more hockey than probably anything else. But
Really? Okay.
I know you guys are more into football and things like that. So
You
I
said
won't talk too much about my Patriots, but
no, see, that's what I was gonna say. You are a New Englander, so my question was you probably like the Patriots, correct?
yeah.
You're
Okay.
a Bruins fan?
Patriots,
Oh, big
Bruins.
Bruins, yep. Red Sox, you name it.
Yeah, I am the complete opposite. Even though I am in Ohio, I hate the Bengals. I cannot stand the Bengals. I'm a Dolphins fan. Unfortunately, but and then I am a San Francisco Giants baseball. And
Okay.
I don't really get into hockey. I don't know why. I feel like I would love hockey. I don't know why I can't get into it.
Yeah, you're missing out, my friend. You're
I
missing out.
know. However, my brother's a big Washington Capitals fan, and we
Okay.
did actually go to DC years ago. This was his drunken purchase, by the way. He actually drunk purchased Washington Capitals tickets against the Panthers before the Panthers are a dynasty, and we went to DC and we saw that game, and that first ever NHL game. Holy shit, that was awesome.
Mhm.
It's a different atmosphere. Like I've seen my number one sport's soccer. I love soccer. I've grown up watching it. It's some about watching a game live, whether professionally, but hockey's just like on a different level, though.
Oh
It's
yeah.
crazy.
And I'll tell you this, Joey, like if you ever get the chance, go to a Bruins game
Okay.
because it's a whole nother level. Like I've been to many hockey games. I used to live in Arizona, so I've seen
The old Coyotes.
other teams play. Yeah, and just the level of fans are very different. Like Bruins fans are a whole nother level.
Like the Boston fan base, because Gabino is from around there as well, and he dies and breathes Celtics, right,
Yeah.
and Patriots, and your guys' fan base is crazy, bro. It's like
Yeah.
because I want to feel that. I'm never gonna feel that with the Dolphins. Like I'm never ever. No matter how hard I try, it's not gonna happen. But like seeing a franchise like out of the ball, like Boston franchises is crazy. Like obviously you're probably big Celtics as well.
Yep, I've been to more Celtics games than I've been to almost every other sport.
Oh
So
no shit. Okay.
surprisingly, yeah. Well, they're also the cheapest tickets. Like Patriots tickets are so expensive, you can't even
I
get them
can
half the
I
time.
can only
Even when they
imagine.
were bad, they were still a little bit
What's
expensive.
that?
Even when they were kind of
Oh
when they
yeah.
stuck before like to 3 years.
Oh yeah.
No shit.
Oh yeah. Even after Brady, they were because they were hoping for the next dynasty. So they were
Yeah.
just they're like, hey, let's hype it up, let's get people in the door, and it's just I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't think I've ever been
Obviously now they're
to.
on the up and up again with May and stuff, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's rough. It's rough out here as a New Englander.
I never been to a
Everything's
Flyers
so
game.
expensive.
Never.
Oh, you never been
You
to a
need to
hockey
get
game
to a
period,
hockey
or
game, bro.
No,
Get to a hockey game, dude.
no, I haven't, and my parents used to be big into it because back in the day they were in Philly, huge Flyers fans, but they said that's when all they did was fight all the time, and that's what really made it even more interesting. But I
Yeah.
watched playoff hockey, I think just a little bit when my mom had it on like 10 years ago, but other than that, never really watched it. Never been to a game.
I will watch playoff hockey.
Yeah, that's a whole other game.
Oh yeah.
I know it could it looks hard as shit.
Yeah. I couldn't do that shit.
A lot of people don't like hockey because it's so fast paced
Yes, it is.
and it's hard to keep up with. You know what I mean? I like that. I like the fast pacedness. I don't like the
Oh, yeah.
slow,
Right.
like waiting 10 minutes in between freaking plays. It's like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
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 I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The games are probably a lot quicker
That's
too.
why I love playing baseball, but watching it, it's like freaking beating my head on a wall, man.
Yeah.
I will
With
say that
baseball
as
is hard.
well. Going to a baseball game definitely different than watching it live,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, being there is definitely different. Yeah.
But like you're right to your part, like watching it is just like okay. It's like what I don't get, especially the new rules getting implemented with the time limit and all that or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm more old fashioned. Like what the NFL's fucking doing with all of this bullshit is just
It's
driving me
really
away.
it's really making it hard for me to
It's
continue.
just driving me away. Like the tush
Yeah,
push,
right.
stupid. But
Well, it's not even that. It's just all the rule changing, and
yeah,
it's they're taking the game away from the game, basically.
exactly.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, John, because basically everyone that's been a guest has been a streamer. Is there anything you would have changed that you know now if you were to go back to streaming or to a new first-time streamer, since now that you kind of have more of a bigger picture about it? Is there anything you would have changed when you started, or would you probably would have just stuck to what you originally did or were doing when you were streaming? Or do you have any like big advice for people that do still want to stream, like Joey still streams?
Mhm.
Like, just want to know your thoughts, because I know everybody. We've talked about it multiple times. They say it's not about money, it's not about viewers, but I mean, I'd be a liar saying that I went in there thinking I was gonna make money off of it. I
Right.
did have fun with it, mind you,
Yeah.
but I did want to make like, wow, these big YouTubers make lots of money, but
Yeah.
like,
Right.
is there anything you would have done differently, when you did?
Well, Joey touched upon it a little bit, but at least from my perspective, and I'm not discounting what like gaming streamers do and everything, because I know you guys put a ton of work and all that stuff, but for myself, I did focus on like if people were going to be in my stream and making money and things like that, because I had to sometimes put together a project to work on or really think about how I was going to excuse me, present it for the day in a way that would be interesting for people to watch and things like that. Like, when you're playing a video game, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's like obviously the game provides the entertainment, right? Whereas like woodworking, if you're just watching me sand all day, like it's not fun. That's not interesting for anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I focused on so much like making sure I was doing a fun project that was just going to be so interesting for people to watch. And I stopped caring so much about just like being involved with like the community and the streamers and things like that. You know what I mean? Like I lost
Yeah.
that a little bit. So I definitely think I would change that mindset. Like they don't necessarily care if you're working on a cool project. They just want to see you doing something,
Yeah.
so stop worrying about the shit you're putting out. You know what I mean?
I
Like
think it's honestly
focus
just
more on
the person. Like they're there. You're doing something, but let's be honest. I came in to see. We still watch Joey's stream because it's Joey. We want to see Joey live. Just same
right.
when you went. Same when you went live. It was cool what you were doing, but we just wanted to talk, get that communication going. Like they go there for you. You provide stuff,
Right.
but they're going for what you are doing basically. And I
Yeah, but
found,
some of the other creators in the space, like we're doing such cool things like wood carving and just making these cool, unique pieces. And I'm like, I don't do that. Like I just
yeah,
build furniture and things that
right,
take weeks for you to actually see progress. So I'm like,
right.
how do I make this interesting? And I think I just focused too much on that instead of just having fun with it.
Yeah, and that's kind of what happened to me. I wanted something that would bring in more viewers, even if I didn't want to do it. Or like
Mm,
this game, people like I'm sure Joey's experienced this with gaming. People are gonna tell you what they want to see. You might not want to play that
right.
game, but they're gonna be like, "Well, you need to play this game." It's happened to me before,
Yeah.
where like they're like, "Well, you should really play this game," or "Here, try this game," or but it's like that's not what you vibe with. Like that's not what I want to play.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
like Joey
And
might
I
want to
conformed to
play.
that a few times.
Yeah, like, or they might tell you to do some other kind of project you don't even want to do. You're like, nah, dude, like that's not what I'm doing today. Like, I don't know. I
Well, no,
just,
I would have people reach out to me and want to collab, but I would have to play Fortnite, and I'm
uh,
like, I don't play
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I think I did a couple streams where I collabed with people and I played Fortnite, and I'm like, dude, I suck. Like I don't want to play
right.
Fortnite, but you just kind of have to be in the space sometimes. And again, it was a mixed community of people who are gaming and people who were creating. So it was like, how do I appease everybody? You know what I mean? And that's where
Yeah.
I got caught up.
And that's honestly what happened to me, and I just stopped. I stopped slowly having fun with it. I literally would, and I remember you would be like, "Frank, you stream so late. I'm not going to be able to see you live." When I was working nights, like I would stream, I wouldn't start my stream till like 10 o'clock or 10:30, and now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can barely stay up till 10:30. How did I used to do
Yep.
that shit?
Now you know. Now you know why I couldn't stay up that late, Frank.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I would get off work, I would rush and talk to Taylor real quick and tell her goodnight and whatnot, and then I'd go straight to streaming. I'm like, dude, how did I used to do that?
Right.
Like, I don't, I just, it's
Right.
crazy now
Exactly.
when you think back of it. But I think he already asked this, but do you miss it? You do miss some of it, right? Still?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
even just some of the connections. I was thinking about this the other day, actually. I'm like, how do I reach out to some of the people that I just made connections with? Like, I don't even talk to anybody anymore besides, you um, well, now Joey. Like, hopefully we stay in touch. I'd love
Absolutely.
to be on. I'd love to be on this a couple more times. And just kind of.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I miss being like myself behind like a screen. Like I'm a lot more shy
Yeah.
in person at first, so
So like me.
like it's definitely different being behind a camera. Frank. Yeah,
Yeah. And that's exactly why I wanted to do a podcast when I brought it to Joey's attention. Like we started with the Huddle podcast because we always talk sports. And then I was
Yeah.
like, it's a nice start, but like it's kind of like not everybody's into that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And it's not an all year round thing. So I'm like, well, why don't we do like a rebrand and still do the podcast? And that works better for my schedule. and he's still okay with it because he can still stream, and I'll do the posting and whatnot while he can do his streaming stuff or the editing and
Right.
whatnot. And that's when I told him Two Stooges podcast because I always say we're like two goofballs when we're talking to each other or texting back and forth, goofing around, whatever. And I don't know. I just always I like this is like perfect because it's recording. I'm not going live. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel
Right.
so more
Yeah.
like I just feel so more like relaxed doing a podcast, recording, and then going live, and then I can just post it. And you don't even have to watch a video. You can literally just listen to the audio, like when you're in the car. Like Rage,
Yeah.
like looks forward to the new episodes all the time because he's like, dude, I listen to this while I'm at work or I'm on my way to work, and I'm like, dude, that's exactly
Him and Mr. Will do.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what I love though, because I'm the
Yeah.
same way with other people whose podcasts I listen to, like when I'm working or cleaning or doing something. So, do you listen to podcasts? Are you like a podcast guy? I don't know if I ever asked you that before. Do you like listen to podcasts a lot
Just
or?
recently did I really start listening to podcasts. It's so hard now that like I'm on counter, so I have to
Yeah.
actually talk to customers in person.
Right,
So,
right.
if I'm listening to someone else, like it's so hard for me to focus. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
try not to have my earbuds in. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, I try. I've listened to a couple of your guys's. I've listened to your New Year's one. And I think not your most recent one with your wife, but I think the one before that I listened to. So
The fast food tier list.
yeah, I think so. Yep.
That was a spicy one.
Fucker.
But like Rage is like a huge podcast person. Like he
Yeah.
listens to so many podcasts, and I'm like, dude, I didn't even listen to podcasts till we made our own. Like, but now,
Yeah.
some YouTuber I follow, they're like, everybody's making a podcast now. I was like, I mean,
Right.
Hey, whatever. If it works, right? But
Right. Well, because it's accessible, like you can do it now. They made it a lot easier to make a podcast. You know what I mean? Where back
Yeah.
in the day, you had to have all these fancy setups and be in a studio and
yeah,
have all these mics, and you know what I mean?
you're on your phone. I mean, that's all you that's all you need.
Yeah.
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 Literally sitting in my basement on my phone on a blow up cushion thing. Like.
But it works. See?
Yeah.
But,
I'm not Joe Rogan out here, but I'm doing something.
Jeez. Yeah.
Oh, I know, dude. Jesus Christ. Is there anything, Joey, that because obviously, like I said, I've met him in person multiple times. Is there anything that you wanted to ask him that you might not know or you had coming into the podcast?
Basically, what I just like I said earlier, I wanted to, deep dive, get to know who you are because Frankie's talked so highly of you. And that's why I was like very eager to get you on because him talking so highly of you was like this is awesome. I want to see, um like your basic like what your growth, like how you grew up and whatever. And again, I do thank you for taking the time out of the busy day to talk to us. And I would hope that we will stay in touch because I do. And that's why we love doing this. I know it started as a streaming, but making new connections. I love meeting new people, and meeting you like right now is just it's been a pleasure. So I want to thank you first. So I do appreciate you for coming in and for hanging out with us.
Of course, and honestly, the pleasure's all mine. I love you guys both. Frank knows like he's family now. Like we love going to see them and visiting them, and we wish we could see them more and talk more, but it's just life. Life gets in the way. But um, I absolutely, if Frank wants to, he can send you my phone number and let's chat.
Absolutely,
I got to get
perfectly
better at
fine with
texting Frank too, but
that.
I'm not always the best like responder.
Listen,
Which sucks.
He's
I
a
wanna
very
be
busy
really
man.
good at responding, but-
I'm right there with you.
Do you we usually ask, and I think I already know it, you have a Facebook page too, correct? They can find you on Facebook and TikTok. Is there another, or is that the only two they can find your page for your
Are you
business?
saying for Beardman Builds or my other business?
The smoothie.
Yeah, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Yep.
And it's called the Smoothie Spot now.
It's called That Smoothie Spot.
That Smoothie Spot. Gotcha.
Because we are That Smoothie Spot. So.
Yeah. That Smoothie Spot. You heard.
And then,
But yeah, I would say TikTok is probably the most like entertaining place to go, and then more for like local news and updates and things like Facebook and Instagram, pictures, stuff like that.
and then, before we go, we do ask our stooges one big hot take that you think. Is there a big hot take out there for you that most people don't really? I don't know. You got a big hot take?
A big hot take. I don't know. I
Like
never really thought about
like
that.
pineapple on pizza. It shouldn't be on there, but
No, that's absolutely should not.
Like
okay,
his
someone agrees.
Like his hot take was Taco Bell is better than Chick-fil-A, or he prefers Starbucks over Dunkin'. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, 2 years ago I wouldn't have said this, but smoothies are definitely a meal. They're definitely a meal
Okay.
replacement. Yep.
You know
People
what?
say it all the time.
I can see that.
Yeah. If you make them right, they can definitely fill you up and be made to be a meal. I've lost 30 pounds just this year already from drinking smoothies and stuff. So
Damn.
I'll put that out
I
there.
need to get
There's
with
your
you
hot take.
then. Holy shit.
Well, if you want to lose weight, just drink one smoothie a day. I promise. You'll feel it.
Hell yeah.
Noted.
Just
Or just move here and I'll make them for you.
Again, just one more. If you want to shout out, this is now a perfect good. Let everybody know. I know you already mentioned it, but let everybody know where they can find BeardmanBuilds. That smoothie spot. You said on Facebook, correct?
Yeah. So BeardmanBuilds, I pretty much only post on TikTok now for
Okay.
my personal BeardmanBuilds page. But my business page, That Smoothie Spot, you can find on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. And then be on the lookout for Vibing with V. That's going to be our podcast, hopefully in the next month. Or
Okay.
so.
Definitely will. Definitely will.
V is my wife, so she's got all the things to talk about. So she's definitely
Yeah,
she's the one. I'm just the bae.
And don't forget, we also, the Two Stooges podcast, are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, not Apple Music. I said that wrong, by the way. There is two different apps. I was not aware of that.
Jesus Christ, Frankie, come on.
Yeah. Well, hey,
You're
I'm not.
supposed to be professional, man.
One job.
Hey,
Come on.
and Joey, we're coming up on our year mark next month for the Two Stooges
Do we do it
podcast.
shirtless? Do we do it shirtless or no?
You'll be shirtless, not me. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure you follow us, because it says 90% of people are still not following. But even though, Joey, we do have somebody from Poland that has been watching us. Just wanted to let you know.
Poland. Hell
Yeah. It told somebody from Russia and somebody from Poland.
Hell yeah, there you go.
I was like, yeah. So definitely make sure you check out those socials and give a follow. And thank you again, Vladdy Daddy, Eddie K, Vladdy Steele, for making that awesome intro for us. Appreciate it. And John, thank you again for taking the time. I know you were working. Thank you, once again. Appreciate it for joining in on us.
Been an absolute pleasure, John. Thank you so much. I'm hoping that we please keep in touch.
Absolutely.
All right.
I love you guys. Thank you for having me on the podcast. We'll definitely do this again.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, man.
You guys have a wonderful night.
Have a great night.
Love y'all.
Bye. Love you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Have a good night, guys.